I accepted a job offer to spite my ex, not realizing I'd be working directly for his mother. Now she knows everything about our breakup, and I am trapped in a psychological game I can't escape. When Ryan ended our 3-year relationship with a text message, "We're done. Don't contact me." While I was visiting my dying grandmother, I spent 2 weeks in a grief spiral. Then the prestigious Callaway Foundation posted a 6-figure marketing director position. I applied out of pure spite, knowing Ryan had been rejected from their management program twice. The interview process was bizarrely easy, 4 rounds of meetings where everyone seemed oddly familiar with my work. The CEO practically offered me the job before I sat down for a final interview. The salary was $30,000 more than I'd asked for, red flags everywhere, but I was too focused on the moment I could accidentally run into Ryan at industry events wearing success like expensive perfume. I should have researched deeper, should have questioned why the Callaway Foundation, which funded ethical technology innovation, shared a name with Ryan's mother, Catherine Callaway, the same Catherine who now sat across from me on my first day, sliding my signed contract across her mahogany desk. "Emma," she said, her smile identical to Ryan's, "I've been looking forward to working with you. Ryan has told me so much about you." My blood ran cold. I hadn't seen Catherine since an awkward Thanksgiving dinner a year ago. She'd been polite but distant, clearly disapproving of my community college background and middle-class family. "I didn't realize you were this Callaway," I stammered, the very same CEO and founder. Her smile never reached her eyes. "I trust that won't be a problem. You are bound by quite an extensive non-compete clause if you leave before 2 years." I'd signed without a lawyer. The clause required repayment of all salary plus a $50,000 penalty if I left before my contract ended. I couldn't afford to quit. The first month was subtle. Project deadlines changed hours before presentations. My team received conflicting instructions that always traced back to me. Catherine would casually mention my disorganization in meetings while maintaining perfect professional courtesy. By month 2, Catherine began sharing private details about my relationship with Ryan to my colleagues. "Emma always preferred that food despite Ryan's elderness," she'd say during lunch orders. Or, "Emma's presentation style reminds me of how she used to argue with Ryan, lots of emotion, little substance." I started recording our interactions, only to discover my state had 2-party consent laws that Catherine subtly referenced whenever I reached for my phone. When I finally confronted her privately, she seemed almost relieved. "Ryan told me how you manipulated him for years," she said calmly. "How you isolated him from friends, criticized his career choices, made him feel worthless unless he was serving your needs." I was speechless. That was exactly what Ryan had done to me, including checking my phone while I slept and telling me my friends were talking behind my back until I stopped seeing them. "That's not what happened," I whispered. Catherine's expression softened with practiced sympathy. "Oh, Emma, that's exactly what someone who can't accept responsibility would say. I am not punishing you. I am helping you grow." The next day, I was assigned to manage our domestic violence prevention initiative. Catherine announced it company-wide, praising my personal connection to understanding relationship power dynamics. I've since discovered that 3 of my predecessors were also Ryan's ex-girlfriends. None lasted the full 2 years. Each left the industry afterward. Yesterday, Ryan himself joined as our new Leonard director, my lateral equal who I'll need to collaborate with daily. When I received the announcement email, a meeting invitation from Catherine appeared simultaneously. Carer sent in discussion to private. I could quit and face financial ruin. I could stay and endure whatever psychological warfare they've planned, or I could fight back and risk everything as I write this. My office door opens. Catherine enters with 2 teacups, setting one before me with maternal care. "I thought we might discuss your first performance review," she says warmly. "Ryan has some concerns about your collaboration style." I look at the tea, then at her perfect practiced smile, and I realize with absolute clarity that I am going to destroy both Callaways, even if it's the last thing I do professionally. I just haven't figured out how yet.